And welcome back to Wonderworld. As you can see, I'm currently in the Nether, and that's because off camera I've been doing a bit of work towards some of the things in this area. Obviously, I'm going by myself for this episode because Sly isn't on for one, and Truck is going on holiday for a week, so he will not be joining me in this episode today either. So, unless I can have someone join me, it will just be me. But I think to make this a bit more of an interesting episode, I'm going to basically show you some of the work for what I've been doing. So there's two new things that I've been building off camera. One obviously in the Nether, and the other one is in the Overworld. But I figured since we're in the Nether, I may as well show you that first. So obviously we've started to increase the Nether a bit more. We've now got our Dead by Daylight mini game. We've now got more musical note blocks. We've got a few more portals. That new portal that leads towards Pokey Land, I think, or close to Disney area. Sorry, I can't remember where it is exactly. I think it might be this one to exit Disney. So yeah, we managed to find an airport that gets us close to the Disney area, so that's quite good. Obviously, we have the Dead by Daylight. We've got a few more updates. Obviously, the paths have been added. We've added a few more torches around the place. Not very many. I think there's about 3 being added. Obviously, this is the recent one I've added just here. Obviously, the paths have been extended. And so yeah, the Nether's coming along quite nicely. Obviously, we're gonna have to do a bit more work once Struck gets back to have this place ready for Halloween, so we can make a full a Halloween special based on it. Obviously, we might go between this one and JJC for it, 'cause obviously JJC has got some Halloween themed games there. We've obviously got our new uh, Tic Tac Toe in the Nether themed with Blaze Powder or Magma Cream. But the newest build is actually our haunted house. And obviously we've got one in the Overworld, which is the haunted house roller coaster. Obviously that's not really working properly at the moment. But we've now got ourselves a haunted house out here in the Nether. Now it's a tutorial build one, that's why I built off camera, just so you don't have to hear the tutorials. Obviously we have our little slime pit. Obviously you can't actually get in it. But obviously this was originally lime, but I decided to make it slime so that it actually looked like a slime, and you can walk around it. Over here we've then got our graveyard with some of the zombie heads, and a nice little tree, and a couple of graves here and there to really make it feel like it's haunted. The inside hasn't been fully decorated yet, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the outside first before we do go inside anyway. So the outside, as you can see, we've got ourselves just like the whole tree leaves on the side to make it look like the trees have collapsed. We have like an old tree. Obviously, I'm going to bring these leaves out a bit more to make it look like an actual tree, because as you can see, it's all just very plain at the moment. So like this kind of thing, just going crazy with the leaves. But I do that more off camera, so it eventually does look like a tree. That's around the side. We've also got it around the back. Obviously, this one was the first one I did, so obviously it's not exactly the best. So a bit of work to come there. Apologies, guys, if you can hear like rain and wind outside. Obviously, I've got my window because my room is really hot at the moment. Because obviously last night it was really cold, so I had to warm it up a bit for today. So obviously the window's now open to cool it down, and it is currently chucking down with rain, and there was a bit of thunder earlier. So if you do hear that, you will now know why. Down the side we have like a little witch's area, which has got like a witch's hat. So that's quite a cool design that was added. Obviously the roof has all got its details there to make it really stand out. And obviously the walls are literally made with stairs and normal planks, just literally put in certain positions to make it look like they have been here for a long time. So that's quite cool. That slab's a bit falling off. And obviously that goes all the way around the house. Obviously there's a slime pit and the graveyard in front, along with the trees around the side. I was going to do so you could walk around the entire house, but once the fence came in, obviously there wasn't much room to build the path properly, so I decided just to have it so you can walk around the slime pit and the graveyard, because obviously the back and the side of the house is just a tree, so there's not really a lot there to see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start making my way inside so you get to see a bit of what I've done so far. Obviously we've got the cobwebs and the skulls outside. This whole room will probably be turned into an actual haunted house, so that you can walk around with jump scares and stuff like that. But obviously I'll need help with that. So obviously it goes in the redstone and all this. But then, so obviously, as I said, I'm pretty sure that just, yeah, see if you do it the same way. You can see in the corner? It looks like it's moving. So that's quite a cool little effect. I just realised that actually made me jump a little bit there. That's quite scary. So that's quite cool. So obviously over in the corner we have underneath our witch is that we have our witch, or in this case Stevie Witcherson, brewing his potion of some kind. I did want to do it so you could have fire underneath, but then I figured obviously with it being wood around, you couldn't really do that. The only other way I could do it would be so. Let's try this quickly. Like this. Like that. All the way around. And then that on top, does that hide it? That does. So that's a little bit annoying. But the idea is that you can see that the smoke's coming up underneath from the flame. And it shouldn't be able to, it shouldn't burn the wood. But what I do just to save it, in case it does burn, is do that. Just as a precaution. That way if I do turn fire spread on, should just not turn it on because I remember what happened last time. So with fire, it's a bit difficult with fire spread in Nether because obviously if you turn the fire spread on, it does start causing mayhem for the game over here. Because obviously with fire spread on, it burns on the trees and basically just causes all these trees to look dead, and obviously it ruins the game for having like the forest effect. So we're not going to have fire spread on when we come into the Nether, or we might for the Halloween version we might just have fire spread on for the fire spread games if we actually have any. I don't think we do. So yeah, that's quite cool. And again, it's all themed around Halloween here, so everything. There will be more. As I said, there will be more detail coming on. There will be like a second floor up here somewhere. So as you can see, we're going to have this. What I'll do is I'll just fill it in so you can see generally how the floor will look. But what I might do for this corner actually is do that. So that it actually, you can actually do that. And it does, you can sort of look over in the witch's station and get the idea of there being a witch down there. So that's quite cool. So obviously this substairs section is a bit more difficult because obviously it's not as big to fill in. But the whole idea of it will eventually come into play. And obviously the kind of what I want to do for the walls is similar to what I've done on the other side, but with on this side instead. Oh, so again, just holes here and there. With upside down and backward. And obviously you have to think about where to place them. So eventually this whole top floor will be like the outside as well, with holes here and there. And obviously from the outside it looks pretty normal. So that's quite another cool effect. So see, from the inside it looks like there's just tons of holes and it looks just really run down and old. So that's quite a cool effect. And again, I will be adding more details properly once I have some help later on, if I have anyone coming on to help me. But we'll soon see when it comes to it. And obviously what I might do is this back corner here, I'll probably do it as a spiral staircase or something. so. So as you come upstairs, will end up on the top. So that's quite a cool little added feature. No, not there. Oh, there we go. Jesus. All this trouble just to make a bloody haunted house. So once I've done this, I'll go head back to the overworld and show you what has been added there. What we'll do is that. And then up here we can have something that looks like a mob, so as you come upstairs, boom, it's there. So it's like a little jump scare in its own. I think what would be quite cool is if you have something in there, so it's like a little closet. See, I'd like to have a cool effect, so it's like a little, I know it's going to be fake, but a little mirror there, that'd be quite cool. So ideas down here, you can sort of get the effect of, oh, it's a closet, boom, jump scare. So that's all. Then obviously you have the stairs here that lead up to the top floor. So all this section up here is going to be detailed and covered in. So that's the haunted house, and obviously I said I will be adding lights around the place, whether they be through torches or lanterns, I don't know yet, but there will be light in the space. 1, 2 high, 1, 2 light, perfect. So yeah, this is pretty much the only detail we've got so far. The only other option I might have for this area, I know it won't be the same, but is if we have a magma block here instead of, because that looks like it's boiling in a way, and you don't have to worry about fire spread. So I might do it that way just to keep it from actually burning down the house when if we ever have fire spreads on. So that's that one. Obviously, I said there's a lot more water to come here, but I'll do a lot of that off camera, just so you haven't got to see the boring stuff. And plus, all this is coming out in Halloween, so if I do it all now, it'll ruin the surprise for everyone who comes and joins. So that's the haunted house. Looks really good. And again, there's a lot more water to come to it. I'm just going to focus on doing that off camera, just so we don't ruin the surprise for Halloween. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head into the overworld, and I need to head through the I believe it's the Rubik's Cube exit to find where I need to be. Disney area, Rubik's Cube, here we are. So to go to where we need to be, we need to head over here, and as you can see in the distance, it's right there. So the newest attraction in the overworld is this Ferris wheel, and obviously it doesn't work, but it's still quite a cool little thing to look at when you walk around. So obviously it's basically like a queue system here, and obviously this is like a height meter if you reach the top. If your skin, obviously no skin reaches the top of this because obviously it's that. But obviously if you have a skin where the hat counts, then obviously it will count, so you'll be able to go in. Obviously the other person back here having a look, you work in, you come. So Phil, come in, hop in, and obviously it will go. But obviously, as I said, it doesn't actually work, so it doesn't actually go because obviously they haven't got that whole redstone. They haven't got like a whole electronic system thing in Minecraft yet. But while we're in the overworld, ooh, ouch. Let's close that over. There we go. While we're in the overworld, there is a couple of little updates we've been doing around the place, such as the summer area. So obviously the summer area is now being fully, all the paths have linked up in the summer area. There's some more signs down for this area, just basically labelling all the new attractions going here. Obviously, again, a lot of it will come off camera just because I want it to be like a surprise for when Truck and Sly actually get back on. So what I'm going to do, guys, for this area is I'm actually going to be adding a lot more of these around the map, but they'll be themed about the different areas. So this one's obviously based around the just a general Wonderworld, so it's obviously got colours, random colours. I'll be adding one in the Disney area over here, and it will be themed about Disney. So there'll be like a black and white one for the 101 Dalmatians. There might be a blue and cyan one for Stitch. Might be a red, yellow, and black one for Mickey, and you know, just all the things like that. So each of the 4 carts will be something different over there. Same for the Pokemon one, and obviously I'll demonstrate what I mean. So the Pokemon area one, I've already got a kind of design of how it's going to look. So obviously there's 4 different Pokeballs. You've got the red, normal red Pokeball, which obviously in the game it will look like this. Obviously I'll demonstrate the top. Obviously all the carts there have this sort of design on top, so they've got the 3 with the lights, and then it will literally be like that. That will obviously be the Pokeball one. Then Then obviously there's different ones. There's 4 main Pokeballs that we use in the game. That's the Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and Master Ball. So obviously each one will theme a different colour. And that obviously the purple and pink, and then we need yellow and black. So obviously it will look like this, sort of the blue, red one for that, and then we'll have that would be the Ultra Ball, because obviously the Ultra Ball is red and blue, or blue and red with the red bits. The Ultra Ball is black and yellow, so that will be the Ultra Ball lid. And then obviously the Master Ball will be because obviously it's meant to be like an M, but obviously we can't really make an M with this many blocks. The closest way you'd be able to do an M would be like that, and that'd be like the Master Ball in a way. Or I might just do with the way I did it for the other ones, with the one colour in the middle. like so. And that would be the Master Ball. So obviously that's how the Pokemon one will look. Obviously with on top of the Ferris wheel. So they'll all have different designs for when we come to doing Ferris wheels around the park. So I said there's going to be a few of them. One in essentially each of the different areas. Sly's Corner will be Sly Cooper themed, so there'll be like a blue one for Sly, a green one for Bentley, a pink one for Murray, and just like a grey or black one for like the villains or something. I haven't decided that fully yet. Again, more towels like this will be coming into both the Nether and the End. I'll quickly fly to the End. I should just quickly set my spawn here, just so that way I can spawn back here when it comes to coming back from the End. Oh, I haven't got to fly all the way over. So again, the End's got a bit more work done to it. As you see, we've done the map. So this is as big as the island is. Obviously, we've extended it in certain areas, like the down bottom and around the top. Just built it ourselves. But all the paths, all the lights, are sort of like solar powered themes. So all these lights are just on top for like fake solar powers. We've got our own little tower here. Obviously, this is how we're doing the tower in the End. Yeah, the end. The End. Obviously, similar to how the lighthouse is, but it's on the top of the towers. Obviously, we've only got one. We're going to build sort of similar things to this. We are going to use all of the towers, but in the end, we broke them before we thought of the idea. So we've only got the one, so we might have to just rebuild. As you see, we started doing there. But the End, obviously, we haven't really thought of games for the End yet. So obviously, this is more of a. Oh yeah, Chuck did that. This is more of just like the plan. This is obviously how the path looks, making it look kind of spacewalk and so forth. But basically, more stuff to come here when we thought about it. But obviously, we're focusing on the Nether at the moment because obviously it's coming up to Halloween. Close enough. But yeah, there's a lot of changes come. Obviously, I've changed this game now. It probably works. So it's now the bows instead of crossbows, since Infinity doesn't work on crossbows, which is really annoying. So this is now our nerf game, and obviously that fully works. So yeah, so a lot of changes like that have been added. The path, obviously, Pokeland has had a couple of path extensions as well. So obviously we've added paths so we can actually go down to the Sork statue. Obviously we've done paths so you can get around to all the attractions and so forth. But as I said, we are going to be adding a Kyogre. There was a Kyogre pixel art being done, but the person did it wrong. They left the game, never came back, so we just got rid of it. Jock said he was going to rebuild it, but he didn't. Now this is an issue because I did, obviously didn't save it properly, but I did move this over to the red light green light game over to Sly's Corner. Obviously I forgot to save it, so it's now been put back to where it was. But obviously while he was building the Kyogre statue, I moved it over here, just so, because obviously it's more of a stealth themed game. So I was going to move it over here, just next to the. Oh no! Oh, it's still there. Oh, I panicked. It was going to go here next to the Creeper game, but obviously I've got to probably rebuild that and then break that one again. But I'll do that one off camera because obviously it took a while to break and took a while to rebuild. Obviously, Sly's Corner is still standing. His presence still here. Obviously, he has taken the gifts out of it. We've just neatened up the inside of the chest. Ooh, trident. So yeah, obviously we've got a little seating area. The cake has been fitted with beds. party area's been upgraded. Just basically the whole area's been changed, updated. Obviously we won't be worrying about this corner anymore because obviously this we might. I mean, when we have parties, we probably will use this area. Or we might actually build. So I've got an idea for the guys. Obviously, I won't explain it in too much detail now, because this is just an idea that I've had. But in each of the corners, we're gonna build a little party area. There'll obviously, there's always me, Sly, and Truck. So we build an area which is themed around Truck stuff. So obviously, the present here, which says "Happy Birthday Truck" from Teabag and Sly, and there'll be a corner for me, which I'll leave the boys to decorate when they're back on at the same time. But obviously, there's going to be 3 corners. I'll take probably. It will be me and Chuck will debate about the Poke corner because obviously we'll have one over that end, and we'll have one over in the Disney area. That way, made the 3 main corners. There's one there, one there, and one there. So obviously, this is Sly's corner. So obviously, we've had the Sly Cooper themed one here. We'll have Disney area over. There's one sign for the Disney area over there. So obviously, we've got 3 big signs in the whole part. We've got Sly's corner, Sly entrance there. We've got the Pokeland sign down there, and then we have the Disney sign over there. So that's basically 1, 2, 3 corners, and then obviously what we do is obviously we've got the 3 corners. So there will be the 3 main ones, which would be me, Truck, and Sly. Like I said, I'll discuss all this with them, build them off camera. So that we've each got a theme built by us, and obviously I'll get Truck to pick a character statue from a tutorial base or thing or something. See if it's getting to pick a random skin, see if there's a tutorial build for it, build the statue like we did with Slice, and then build that section for him for a party. Obviously it would be sort of similar to that, but obviously we'll try and theme it differently. But we'll soon see. That's it. Guys, I'm going to speak with the guys, get that plan into action, and then once I'm done with the party areas, I will come back and I will show you guys what I have done. But that probably won't be until Wednesday time. Obviously I'm working tomorrow, and then I'm house sitting for a few days, but I should have the PlayStation with me unless my brother takes it from me. But he won't, because I will have it with me at the house while I'm house sitting. So therefore, I will be able to do videos down there, and won't have to worry about being in the house at the same time as me. So fingers crossed. While I'm away house sitting, there will be a lot of changes coming to the world. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.